Angel Reese is a champion in the Unrivaled that virtually no one watched. People immediately took to social media and Twitter and started posting, look at what Angel Reese has accomplished. She has a national championship at LSU. She was the rebounding queen of the WNBA. Now she has a championship in the Unrivaled, and she's Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, what an accomplishment.
Angel Reese has been called out in a major way. And this time, Jason Whitlock isn't letting her off the hook. The media has been hyping her championship as if she was the main attraction. But there's one small issue. She didn't even show up for the playoffs.
Angel Reese, 3-on-3. Let's get it! Hey, we back like we never left. Angel Reese in the post. Gonna work number 5. Shake and bake. Earthquake. Bang! Hey, Angel, you had all off season to get in the lab, fix your lamps, but what did you do? More podcasting. Layup, mashed potatoes. Bang!
While her team was out there pushing hard and truly earning the title, Angel was nowhere to be seen. Yet, that hasn't stopped some media outlets from making it seem like she was the backbone of the whole effort. Spoiler, she wasn't even in the building.
Reese beating her ship. What y'all gonna say now? Now that I have this Unrivaled championship that I didn't even think to attend. She went to LeBron James's youngest son's high school state championship game. If this championship mattered, she would show up. She could afford it.
I had no idea that Angel Reese didn't even bother to show up. Did not show up to support her teammates. It was that unimportant, but yet took a victory lap that you won a championship? You got to be joking.
So we have to ask, are we really supposed to treat this as some career-defining moment? Or is this just another chapter in the long saga of the media, spinning fantasy into fact when it comes to Angel Reese? Let's break it down.
Thought we're gonna leave the hop skippity do 3000 in 2024. Jumping off one foot, landing on that same foot. Then we're stat padding. Still, I thought we were past this, Angel. Bang! Rebounder in WNBA history. Look at this. Elite rebound. Look at that vertical. Look at the outlet pass. No, Angel. No. Why, Angel? Why? Not the kick out 3. Butter pecan. Burn! If you throw it out of bounds, you hate puppies. What? She a playmaker. She's a point queen. Point queen. She making plays for the other team. Bang! Caitlin Clark's not the only one that can make cool passes. I can do it. Me too.
So we have to ask, are we really expected to see this as a career-defining moment? Or is this just another case of the media turning fiction into fact when it comes to Angel Reese? Let's break it down.
Angel Reese was a member of the Rose. They won the inaugural Unrivaled championship last night.
I guess if you want to take a victory lap on that, you can. I just don't know if it means anything.
The Unrivaled League was promoted as an innovative, game-changing twist on women's basketball. A breath of fresh air.
How important this championship was to Angel Reese. Angel Reese didn't even attend the game. She was not in the building last night.
But let's be real. Almost no one cared. This wasn't traditional 5-on-5 competition. It was 3-on-3 basketball, a format even diehard fans barely follow. And yet, somehow, this glorified summer league got treated like a WNBA finals rematch.
All of that was more important than being at the location, being with her teammates.
Why is it just women's basketball where we see athletes acting like this?
Reese's team, the Rose, went up against Vinyl in what was meant to be the big finale. The only issue? Hardly anyone even realized it took place. Unlike actual leagues that attract millions of viewers, this one slipped under the radar, despite ESPN's lukewarm efforts to make it seem relevant.
When her team achieved this remarkable accomplishment, Angel Reese was so thrilled, she FaceTimed in press conference and celebration. That's how big this Unrivaled championship was.
And the only reason it's even on anyone's radar now? You guessed it. Angel Reese and the bizarre twist that she didn't even play in the last 2 playoff games, including the championship. Instead of grinding it out with her teammates, she was chilling elsewhere, FaceTiming into the celebration like she just dropped 40 in the finals. It's classic Angel. More hype than substance, more selfies than stats. And yet, she still finds a way to insert herself into the spotlight. whether she's earned it or not.
ESPN covered this championship. Chelsea Gray scored 30-some-odd points last night in the championship game. This championship that Angel Reese has added to her trophy case that she didn't even play in the last two.
If Angel Reese truly believed this was a major milestone in her career, you'd think she would have actually shown up and played. Can you imagine the headlines if Caitlin Clark skipped a championship game and still expected to be praised? Or if A'ja Wilson or Breanna Stewart did the same? Of course not, because serious players don't pull that move. Yet somehow, Angel Reese thought FaceTiming into the post-game celebration was the same as participating.
Oh, it's Angel Reese! Left alone! Bang! My money, and I want it now! Corner 3-ball! Butter pecan! Bang!
Y'all gonna disrespect me and not guard me? Well, hand down, man down.
McDonald's handing out brand deals for this kind of bag work. I'll take a lot less. Help a brother out. Bang!
Really only need 3,997 more threes to catch Steph.
Bang!
Naturally, the moment criticism started to surface, social media rushed to her defense like a full-court press. Her fans flooded timelines with tweets, calling her a champion and stacking this glorified scrimmage win next to her LSU title and WNBA rebounding stats, as if they all carried the same weight. Spoiler alert, they don't. One of these things is definitely not like the others.
She thought so much of this championship that she was like, nah, I don't want to diminish the greatness of this championship by attending the game and rooting on my teammates. So I'll FaceTime in. No one wanted a 3-on-3 full-court women's basketball league, and no one paid attention to this. Let's put together a social media campaign, and let's pretend like Angel Reese just accomplished something important.
Let's be honest, this whole situation is the definition of manufactured hype. If this championship was even slightly important, Reese wouldn't have missed the last 2 games, especially the final. Champions show up when it matters. Sitting at home and FaceTiming into a celebration doesn't exactly scream team leader. The reality is, the media has been working overtime to mold Angel into the next face of women's basketball. Facts and logic be damned. But this so-called accomplishment is more illusion than actual impact.
Because we're going to build up this narrative that Angel Reese is one of the great athletes of our lifetime. She's right there with Steph Curry, and she's right there with LeBron James. She's right there with Kevin Durant. She's got a championship at LSU, and now she has a championship in the Unrivaled League.
This isn't even the first time we've seen the media bend over backwards trying to elevate Reese. The Unrivaled League Championship is just the latest example of this ongoing narrative spin. The league itself didn't exactly set the sports. World ablaze. Yet ESPN and others jumped on the story like it was a WNBA Finals moment, conveniently ignoring the fact that Reese didn't even play in the games that decided the title.
Go rush to social media and pretend that you care more about the Unrivaled League than Angel Reese.
Let that sink in. We're giving accolades to a player who wasn't even on the court for the most crucial matchups. In any other sport, skipping the championship game means you don't get the spotlight. But Angel Reese? She's the exception. Apparently, it's like the rules of competition don't apply if you've got the right media machine behind you. And let's not pretend this tournament was stacked with the WNBA's top stars. This wasn't some best of the best showcase. It was a brand new 3-on-3 format that lacked big-name appeal. No Caitlin Clark, no A'ja Wilson, no Kelsey Plum. Even Sabrina Ionescu, who was initially linked to the event, bailed early. That alone should tell you everything you need to know. The real stars didn't even bother.
Tell me why I love her odds. Look at her defenders. They moonwalk backwards. She's always gonna be open. Bang! If only the IRS left me alone like Angel's defenders leave her alone. Tax evasion! Bang! Her new nickname is 7-Eleven because she's open 24/7, baby. Bang! Shout out to my Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham. This is for you!
Yet somehow, Angel finds herself at the center of what might be one of the most awkward championship moments in recent memory. She missed the final 2 games, didn't touch the ball, didn't step on the court, and still acted like she pulled. Off the basketball equivalent of winning the Super Bowl. It's baffling and, frankly, a bit embarrassing.
Don't understand how the WNBA won't have enough money to pay her. I mean, max contract. We're talking about Curry land. We're talking about LeBron. I mean, she brings all the eyeballs. She's so skilled. She does everything perfectly. I mean, she can dunk too. Look at that. Bang! Netflix, listen to me. If the WNBA won't pay her, you better. Comedy special, man. She's hilarious. Who else can do the hop, skippity, drop, step, bang better than her? Bang! Bang!
So, here's the real question. Should this be treated like a legitimate title, or is it just more of the media doing somersaults to keep the Reese hype train rolling? Spoiler, it's the latter. This isn't just about optics, it's about what actually happened. And what happened is that Angel Reese was a spectator, not a star. Of course, Twitter didn't get the memo. Her diehard fans were quick to add this championship to her resume, listing it alongside her LSU glory days like it was Hall of Fame material. But that's far from reality. A true competitor would have been on the court, battling with her teammates, not celebrating through a smartphone. If this had been Caitlin Clark, the media would be asking why she wasn't there. But for Reese, it seems like different rules apply. At the end of the day, this isn't about tearing her down. It's about setting the record straight. You don't get to cash in on clout you didn't earn. And if you're going to call yourself a champion, you better be on the court when it matters, not on FaceTime.
And this championship game was so unimportant. She's like, nah, I'm good. I'll watch from home. I'll watch this stream from home. And I'll FaceTime in if we win.
This league has got to figure out a way to honor Angel Reese in all this. That's right.
You want to know what's actually hilarious about this whole situation? The Rose looks smoother and more in sync without Angel Reese. Yeah, let that sink in. During the championship game, Chelsea Gray turned into a one-woman highlight reel, absolutely dominating on both ends of the court. Fans online even started noticing how the team seemed to click better once Reese wasn't clogging up the lineup. That's the awkward little detail the media conveniently overlooks. Instead of acknowledging that her absence might have been a blessing in disguise, the sports coverage machine keeps spinning the fairy tale that Angel was somehow the glue holding everything together.
We have to sit through the fake importance of double-doubles all over again, question mark? Oh, nobody gets hollow double-doubles like your girl, Angel Reese.
And just when you think the narrative couldn't get more absurd, Angel Reese jumps right back into the spotlight herself. After the game, she sent out a cryptic tweet. What y'all gonna say now? As if she had just put up a triple-double in the finals. But seriously, what exactly are we supposed to say? Congrats for watching your team win on FaceTime, for cheering them on from your couch. Since when did virtual attendance become championship worthy?
There are 16 players with a higher point per average than Reese. She led the league in rebounds per game and personal fouls per game. Her points numbers won't translate to the W very well because free throws only count for 1 point.
This moment really highlights the bizarre way Angel Reese is being packaged to the public. It feels like we're witnessing a career being curated in real time, not earned on the court, but carefully crafted through tweets, interviews, and media. Narratives. Instead of letting her actual game do the talking, we're fed a constant stream of PR spin, inflating every moment of her career into some legacy-defining feat. If Reese truly wants to be remembered as one of the greats, she's going to have to do more than ride the coattails of her teammates or type cryptic messages on her phone.
12 rebounds per game, how many of which were her own missed putback?
Now here's the real issue. How long can this media illusion keep going? Eventually, the scoreboard and box scores start to matter more than the headlines. At some point, people will begin to notice that the superstar label doesn't match what's actually happening on the court. And let's be honest, this latest championship is just more proof that the hype isn't aligning with the reality.
I mean, you want to grow the game? All right, grow the game. All I'm saying is if you want to play with in the big leagues, if you want to be somebody that transcends the game, you got to have a personality. I will give Angel Reese this. She has a personality. It's ignorance. It's stupid. I mean, it's really stupid.
Let's contrast that with how actual legends are treated. When someone like LeBron James or Steph Curry wins a title, it's because they led the charge, hit the clutch shots, and willed their teams to victory. Even in the WNBA, Breanna Stewart isn't celebrated just for showing up. She's celebrated because she dominates when it matters. Now imagine any of those players missing a title game and still being paraded around as if they earned the trophy. It would be absurd, right? That brings us to Caitlin Clark. Every game she plays is treated like a national event. Every assist, every turnover, every point is analyzed by fans and critics alike. If Clark missed a championship game, people would be asking tough questions, not handing her the trophy anyway. The same applies to A'ja Wilson or Stewart. They earn everything they're given through their performance.
If I was funding this league, I'd say, all right, hold on. You got a golden goose. We all got one in Caitlin Clark. These people that are criticizing Caitlin Clark, these people that are hitting Caitlin Clark, these people that are talking as if they are as important as Caitlin Clark are hurting our opportunity. They're hurting the brand.
But when it's Angel Reese, the standards suddenly disappear. The media acts like she contributed to the win, even though she didn't touch the floor. Her absence is overlooked, her performance ignored, and her resume padded with a title she didn't help secure. And somehow, we're expected to treat that the same way we treat real, hard-fought championships.
Most influential female athletes right now: Coco Gauff, 10, Juju Watkins, number 9, Cameron Brent, 8, Paige Beckers, number 7, Sabrina Ionescu, number 6, Asia Wilson. So Asia's not going to be happy either. Jakari Richardson was number 4, Simone Biles number 3 right here. I can't quite get past the fact that Simone Biles is behind Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark, she ran away with number 1. I don't think that should surprise us. She came away with number 1.
The whole Unrivaled league narrative is becoming a glaring example of how Angel Reese's career is being artificially inflated. Sure, she looked impressive at LSU, no one's denying that. But once she hit the pros, her game didn't translate. The same way, her time in the WNBA has been a roller coaster. Flashy moments here and there, but riddled with inconsistency, weak shooting, and a play style that relies more on physicality than finesse or skill. Yet, the media won't let go of the fairy tale. They keep pushing her as the face of women's basketball, as if she's done enough at the pro level to truly earn that title. But this Unrivaled League championship might just be the moment the smoke starts to clear. You can only build a fantasy on so many illusions before the cracks become too obvious to ignore.
Caitlin Clark is redefining the entire landscape of women's sports. Her dominance on the court has shattered outdated narratives about women's sports, proving that women's basketball can be just as marketable and widely watched as men's. But the Caitlin Clark effect goes far beyond her performance. It's reshaping the entire sports landscape. Her presence alone boosts the WNBA attendance by 105% compared to games without her, while road games featuring her Indiana Fevers see an 87% increase in opponent home attendance. Her rookie debut sparked a staggering 200% jump in WNBA viewership, while Fever home games drew a league-high 186,000 fans last season, a 265% increase from 2023.
Because let's be real, this wasn't a high-stakes professional championship. It wasn't even 5-on-5 basketball. This was a glorified exhibition series that didn't feature most of the league's top players. The actual stars of the WNBA, the true faces of the game, were nowhere to be found. And Reese? She didn't even finish the job. True fans know what championship grit looks like. They know it's earned, not handed out through PR campaigns and viral tweets. They watch players like Caitlin Clark getting hacked every game, but still showing up, giving her all. No excuses. So, what's next for Angel Reese? Does she ride the wave of media love until it finally crashes? Or does she face reality and realize it's time to put up or shut up? The spotlight has been generous, but it's also unforgiving. Eventually, the glitz fades, and all that's left is what you've actually done on the court. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.